Hi and welcome along to AFTV News Daily. Hope you guys are doing well today. Of course, we're all in lockdown at the moment in the UK, and I've got a very, very special guest with me today, and it's Claude. How you doing, Claude?
Hello, mate. How are you? All right?
I'm good, bro. How have you been getting on with this lockdown thing?
Oh, it's been a nightmare. I mean, first of all, my McDonald's breakfast was stopped last week. I wasn't very pleased about that. I was getting Uber Eats to deliver my McDonald's, and I was going on the app to get it, and they said no more McDonald's. So that was a bit of a blow to me. Well, I'll get out now and again. I'll go and walk down the shop and get stuff, and that's it. And back indoors. I've not even been out, and it's hard for me because of, I like to get out because I don't like to be stuck in one place all day long. You know what I mean? But you get along and you sit on the computer watching the old games, the 89. I must have watched that about 500 times.
And you watched none of this season's games?
Hey? Yeah, no. Well, do you want to watch this season's games? What about, is there? Do you know what I'm saying? And then I've been watching all the I remember I watched it the other day. I was watching that Carnu goal against Middlesbrough. Fuck that back heel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a goal that was, mate. No, it's good. It's good fun. It's not great, but you have to get on with it. But I don't know if I can stick this out all that.
You're missing
another 6 or 7 weeks. I don't know about that.
Missing the football, mate.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do. It's my life. I mean, I don't have much else going on. So yeah, I do miss it big time. But what's keeping me going is that I'm interacting on the laptop. I'm doing my little streams now every night. So I'm meeting, speaking to different people. So it's okay. I'm coping. I'm coping all right.
Yeah. Because listen, I mean, I don't know about you. I had Mo on last night, and we was just saying that we've just never known anything like this. I mean, no football, no cricket, boxing, rugby. I mean, there's no alternative. I mean, there's just no sport whatsoever.
No EastEnders. Only twice a week now.
No EastEnders. I don't watch it. There's no EastEnders either, is there?
You know what I'm saying? EastEnders has been reduced to twice a week now. So that's even, so you want to, all the soaps. I don't know what's going. I don't know. It's not good.
No McDonald's. That's a good thing.
That's the worst. I couldn't believe it. I was getting used to getting McDonald's, my lovely sausage and egg McMuffin meal every morning, waiting for the delivery, and then I find out that they stopped McDonald's now doing deliveries. I don't know. Everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is doing delivery, but it's not great stuff. You got to
learn how. You got to learn how to cook now, man. I mean, did you see my tutorial on bully beef?
Yeah, cook. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered all that bullshit, man. I can't. I'm a lazy fucker as far as that's concerned. And of course, I'm in a place where I've got to share a kitchen as well, so you got to wait for them to take. And they take most of the day up there, so it's either I get my what you call it, microwave stuff, and I'm eating a lot of microwave stuff and a lot of this stuff,
cooking,
lot of soup.
What's that?
A lot of soup.
What flavour soup's that?
No, because they're saying because of this virus, they're saying a lot of hot stuff. If you drink a lot of hot stuff, it's good.
What was that?
Hey, no. Apparently, that if you actually do get it, if you drink a lot, the first stage of it, you drink a lot of hot drinks, and it'll get rid of it.
Oh, so, that's the cure. Maybe you should tell Prince Charles that. Then. I mean, because he's got it now.
Prince Charles. Hey.
Even Prince Charles has got it now.
I know. It's bad. I can't believe. Yeah, well, they're only human like us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was saying to Mo. The thing that really
I hope he's got enough toilet paper anyway. Has he got enough toilet paper?
I'm sure. I tell you, I got you on today because I knew you'd have all the jokes, man. Trust me. Yeah. I was saying to Mo yesterday, what really brought it home to all of us as football fans was when Arteta got it. And it's good to know that Arteta at least is clear of it now, and no more Arsenal players as well have contracted it. So that is good news.
Yeah, that's good. But but that doesn't. But what doesn't it stop? It don't stop them getting it in the future, though, does it? I mean, how long? The only thing I'm worried about with all this is they're saying no, you stay out 6 or 7 weeks. But when do you stop? What about in about 3 months' time we go out? We can still catch it. Can we still catch it?
I don't think nobody knows. It's all about trying to. It's all about trying to slow it down, isn't it? And they're trying to slow it down by basically, it's quite draconian, but people just not coming into contact with each other. And that seems to be, at the moment, the only answer they've got to stopping it, because they don't have a cure for this thing.
It's the biggest virus since Ty stopped talking, really.
Oh boy, you're on form tonight, man. You're on form tonight. Now, let's talk a bit of Arsenal news, right? And there's a lot of talk today, and there has been over this whole period about Aubameyang, right? And I don't know what you've felt about some of the talk that's been going around, but again, there's talk today that first of all, there's talk that Arsenal are close to agreeing getting Dani Ceballos' loan extended beyond, the end of May, and getting it extended out till after June, because obviously if the season gets going again, we're going to need Dani Ceballos, and they're close to doing that. But there's also been talk that maybe Real Madrid would be interested in taking Aubameyang and using Ceballos as part of that deal. Maybe saying, right, you can have Ceballos, we'll give you Ceballos plus money or something like that. But how do you feel about the whole Aubameyang thing? Because it's just a rumor that this keeps going on.
There's going to be a lot of difficulties, because there's going to be a lot you don't know how much money the club is going to be losing. All these clubs are losing. Is the money going to be there to spend as well because of this what's going on and everything like that? We just got to hope, I think, now that he extends his contract. Aubameyang extends his contract maybe for
he will?
Possibly a year extension on his contract. That's probably do it that way or something like that. But at the moment, because how old is he now? 30.
He's 30 now. He's 30.
Yeah, because strikers, I think he can go up till 34, can't he? Really?
Yeah.
He's but I don't know. I mean, we haven't got. See, you lose Aubameyang, so you lose Aubameyang now in the summer, right? What are you going to get? 40 million?
40, 50 million tops.
Especially what do you replace? How do you replace him? You have to. We haven't got the. We ain't going to replace him. So I've got a feeling that we might have to drag this out till the. Just got to hope that he signs a contract, but he's ambitious. He wants to play in the Champions League, and we're not at the moment. The way things are going, if the season's void, we won't be going Champions League next year, will we?
Do you reckon? Do you reckon it had the season and not, what happened? Do you reckon we were looking that we could get into those Champions League places, or do you reckon that we wouldn't have made it?
Looking at the games we had ahead, I think it would have been a very difficult. I looked at the last 10 games, and I thought they need to win 8 of those 10 games. With 8 of them 10 games, because if you look at Chelsea's lead is 8 points, isn't it, at the moment? So we would have had to win about, I think, 8 out of 10 games.
And there was some big games.
And you're looking at the games we've got left. I look at the Liverpool game where they would have already won the league, I think. So that would have been. Yeah. So that might have been all right for us to win. But you look at the away game. What worried me were Wolves away.
Yeah.
Man City away.
Yeah.
Man City wasn't a bad. That wouldn't have been a bad time to play them the other night. They were. Before the virus came in, we were due to play them. That was ideal for us to play them then, because I thought they were flat. They were gone. If you watched them at Old Trafford, the white flag had come out, innit, as far as the league is concerned. So it was the right time to play them. And maybe with the league gone, that they would have. That's not a bad team to play at the moment. But it's a lot of difficult games, and I think we'd have to win 8 out of 10. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Well, maybe not as many as 8, but we would have had to have won the majority. I mean, we couldn't be drawing games. We would have had to have gone on a run. But the games that were coming up, apart from that City game, and like you said, it would have been a good time to have caught City. Apart from that City game, there was a lot of games in there that we could have won a lot of them games. So I know we still might get the chance to do so if the season gets going again. But who knows at this moment in time? We just don't know. Claude, there's comments coming in as well, loads of them. There's this one here from Prane. It's a super chat. He says, Robbie, and he also directs this to you as well, Claude. Should Arsenal sell Aubameyang if an offer of £80 million is made? What do you think?
80 million? Yeah, well, I don't think they'll be able to turn that down, to be honest with you. 80 million, that's different. I'm not sure whether they'll go 80 million with a year left on his contract.
No one's going to pay that. And like you said, the time that we're in right now, nobody is going to be paying that sort of money, because I just don't think teams are going to have the money no more. It's going to be a couple of years.
You know what's annoyed me, Robbie? What's happened here, Robbie? I was told when this new regime came in, right, that we no more of these players would be getting down to 1 year. Yeah, it's happening again, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
We were told by Raul that there wasn't going to be no more 1 year left on their contract. It'll be 2 years, or they're out, or they're gone. But it's not. It's not happening, is it? I mean, it's still. We're in that situation again, and we shouldn't be in that situation again.
You know what it is, Claude, right? It makes me wonder, is Arsenal, the club themselves, the ones that are hesitating on doing the deal? Because obviously they've still got Mesut Ozil on that big amount of money. And are Arsenal the ones that are thinking to themselves, well, you know what? Maybe we take the money if it came in, because we're not in the Champions League. Money's a bit short. That's the thing that worries me about this whole thing. It really does. I worry about that more than Aubameyang saying he wants to leave. Because every time they sort of speak to Aubameyang, he sort of makes it sound like, I'm happy here. I'm happy. So if a player's happy here, they should be just going and nailing that down and saying, right, here's the money, stay. You're the captain. All right, we're not, you lead us back into the Champions League. But I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Arsenal, the club themselves, want to keep him. Obviously, we will get to find out. I think
if they're going to want to sell and get some and rake some money up, probably Lacazette, because he's a bit younger, and probably we might get a good price for Lacazette, because he's not exactly firing on form at the moment, is he? He's the player, if anyone has to go, maybe out of the three. So that would because we've got Martinelli, haven't we, as well? Although I'm a bit worried the way Arteta's not been using him lately. I wonder what's going on there. I wonder why.
Well, I think I think he just doesn't want to rush him. He doesn't want to rush him. I mean, so remember, he's 18. That's what we keep forgetting about Martinelli. So
he's rushing and completely taking him out. I mean, he was player of the month. He won the player of the month, and then he hasn't been seen since, which is quite surprising. I mean, while he's doing well, I was a bit shocked that he just won player of the month, and then suddenly he's not in the team anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. There's more to it than meets the eye. I don't know if he's carrying a knock, or he might be carrying a knock. I don't know.
There's another comment that come in here. This one's from John Dillinger. He says bigger teams will just wait for him to run down his contract. They're not going to pay big money for a 30-year-old. He's on about Aubameyang, and also Claude. There's a lot of talk today about Dayot Upamecano. He's the centre back who plays for RB Leipzig. Looked really good against Tottenham the other day.
I got a prior.
Interested in him.
Got a prior.
Right. According to Bild, the German newspaper over there, Upamecano wants to leave. He said he's told Leipzig that I want to leave at the end of the season. Any chance? Arsenal?
We're up against Barcelona, Juventus, and teams like that. We ain't got a prayer getting in, unless we really. I can't see it. I can't see it happening. I think we've got Saliba coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, Saliba's coming in. Yeah.
But I mean, I'd love up Upamecano. I mean, I watched him against Spurs. He was outstanding, weren't he?
Yeah.
And
even Saliba would be a great partnership, wouldn't it?
It would be, but I'm not. I mean, where's the law? Where's the allure to come to when we've no Champions League? It's a difficult one, a very difficult one. I can't.
Yeah, true. We've got another comment.
Got to be realistic, mate. Got to be realistic.
Yeah. This one's from Hayder Rassab. He says, Robbie and Claude, would you take Matty Longstaff at Arsenal? He's a Newcastle player, of course. Arsenal have been linked with him. I haven't seen that link, but Arsenal apparently linked with Matty Longstaff, midfielder from Newcastle. What do you reckon?
No. More chance of no. Not for me. Not for me. No. What, for one goal he scores against Man United and Sunday's linked to us? No. Forget it. Next.
Right, there's a IT peak season. He says, read a football faithful article where Fabregas states why he left. It's the same reason that Aubameyang is going to, which simply sums up Arsenal, which basically says Fabregas again was talking about the lack of ambition sort of thing.
You know what annoys me now? Why does he come out now? Why didn't he come out at the time and say all this rubbish? You know what I mean? It really annoys me, this. It really annoys me. I don't like the way he left. I'm sorry, I don't like the way he left. I cannot stand like that thing that is hanging on the bridge. Sometimes I want to just take it off the bridge. But out of respect for Ken Fry, I'll leave it up there. But you know what I'm saying? It just, I just don't understand. No, I haven't, and I don't like the way he went. He's a captain of our football club, and he went to Monaco for that Grand Prix. Then he said, "I refused to train if they didn't let him go." No, I'm sorry, man. I've got no time for it. No time for it.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Original T said, who's read the story about 8 Premier League teams writing to get Manchester City out of the Champions League next season? He says, laugh out loud. There is apparently some teams that they're saying that they should not be allowed in the Champions League next season. And I don't think they should be either. For the things that they've done, if those things are, which it's been, they've been found guilty of, there's no difference to what they've done.
I don't even know. What is the actual charge on them? What have they actually? I mean, is it because they've overspent or?
Well, basically, the main charge against them is basically that they lied. So basically, the authorities were saying, and the accusation was that Manchester City have been basically funneling through money, saying it's coming from outside sponsors, when really it isn't. It's coming from the owners of their club, right? And they got caught out for it. They tried to say that it weren't, and what this ruling is saying is that it's been proven that it does come from their own people. So, it's quite hard hitting, because they're saying that basically, Man City, you lied, you deceived us. This is why they're coming down on them so hard.
Yeah,
you look at it, right? That team Saracens in rugby, they've done a similar thing and they've been relegated, let alone. So, you look on it and you think Man City, if they don't win
they're all at it though, Rob, aren't they? PSG, Real Madrid have been at it for years. They're all at it though, aren't they? I mean,
I think the key one on this one is that some of the other clubs that have been at it have just been sort of caught out and they've said, "Oh, where you going?"
No, put some light on it.
I was wondering why it got so dark. It's closing in the light, but I think some of the other clubs have been caught out and they've been done. But in the case of City, they tried to deny all this, then they've been caught out, and I think that's where they're in a lot of trouble at the moment, and they may not get. I think a lot of people are saying that they're going to beat this. I don't know if they will. They might not beat this one.
Interesting. I mean, what happens though? Does the fifth club actually go in, or does it?
If they're out, the fifth club goes in. So that would be.
It goes on last. If we don't finish the season, it goes on last season's So this is where there's going to be a lot of rows.
Who knows?
There's going to be a lot of rows on this because with this, if the season doesn't get finished now, because there'll be Leeds and the other teams wanting to come up, thinking, you know, I mean, this. I don't know. They got the Premier League have got a lot of things to.
You think they'll finish the season?
Well, at the moment, I mean. It's not. I don't think you can even start in April. Where's it? April the 1st?
No chance. No. I mean, we're practically in April. You know what I mean? It's April next week, so no chance.
It's supposed to be April the 30th, the cut-off point. I see Arsenal put a load of fixtures out for May, where I think they're thinking about the first week in May, but I can't see it happening. I can't see that happening. But then what do? Do they go in June? Do we go June, July? If it starts June, July, finishes August, around August, have a 6-week break and then start the next season late. My idea, and I don't think what I would do for next season.
Let me hear it. Come on now.
I would make for one season the Champions League. I'd make it a knockout competition for the 32 clubs.
Right from the start.
Yeah, 32. So there's about 5 rounds instead, home and away. Right, I'd maybe get rid of the League Cup, and I think we could get the season started because the next year you've got the Euros, isn't it? Starting in 2021. Yeah. So that's how I would do it. That's what I would do. But whether they will think about it, but because there's money involved, they might not do that. I don't know. Yeah, that's the only way I can see it happening.
Not a bad idea. Let's go.
How about this for an idea to finish the season? If we and start again next season, let the pools panel decide the results. Why not? Why not?
Oh, come on, man.
Why not? No, I'd rather the pools panel decide than them banning in the whole season.
So you're going to put a computer to decide what happens?
Why not?
No chance.
No,
I'd rather void it. If it came down to that.
No, I don't think. Well, yeah, but if you void it, then you're all that work that Liverpool have put in to win this league. It's not right for me. I'm sorry. I feel
Liverpool wouldn't want to get awarded to them by a computer.
No, but they've won it anyway. Come on, let's be honest with you. But they wouldn't want it voided either, would they? Wouldn't want it voided.
If I was a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't want it given to me by no computer, because you know what everyone's going to say. Everyone's going to say you didn't really win it; it was handed to you and stuff like that. I want to win it out there on the pitch. So to me, no. If it
we have a problem though, because if it doesn't get sorted,
we've got a big problem. Yeah.
If it gets voided. Right, if it gets voided, what's going to happen? How do we sort out next season?
Like you said, there's so much money involved. I don't think it will get voided. But if it came down to the fact that they're going to go on a computer, I'd rather it just be voided. That would be terrible for me.
Or play behind closed doors, or play the games behind.
I think it could. I think it's going to come down maybe to a mixture of games behind closed doors and some games. I mean, at this moment in time, who knows?
Will people get their season ticket money back?
Huh?
Will the people get their season ticket money back? I don't know. I don't know what the
who knows
the insurance on this thing. I mean,
Donald Trump said yesterday it could be over by Easter, according to him. So if that happens, then we're all right. But I just can't see that happening right now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get through a few more comments. This really funny one. I've got to get this one up here. A guy calling himself Simon Jordan. He says AFTV started this virus. I thought that was really funny. You know, I mean, that was a good one. There's about 1 million of these, Claude, right? Which this one's from Lama. He says, it's time to go, right? There must be about 1 million of those in there, right? So there's about 1 million of them saying that Ty started the coronavirus as well, which he didn't, right?
I think there's a bigger virus coming out of his gob every day.
Robert says, good evening, Robbie. While you're starting doing the cooking videos, I would like you to see Claude versus Ty in the kitchen when the lockdown is over.
Yeah,
and after, we get Claude to cook some soup instead of eating that stuff out of the cans. What he's got there, I don't know where you go with that, man.
What do you mean it's Heinz? Heinz, you can't beat Heinz. Look, Heinz.
Heinz lentil soup. They might send you some now that you've done that. Oh my God.
Oh man, it's really poor, man.
It is one. It is a nice one for you. And oh no, that's not the one. Oh, well, we'll do this one. Vicstar123 said your thoughts on Sancho to Manchester United. Jadon Sancho. I mean, he'll be coming back to England, isn't it?
It's a possibility. That's not a bad signing, but they're doing what they're the foot. I would be upset with it because they were really in the form team, weren't they, Man United?
Yeah, United, they were flying. Yeah, it's true.
They were looking good for top four because I thought they were the danger to Chelsea for top four there, because they were right. That is a great signing, by the way.
Fernandes, yeah, he's been a good signing.
You know, everyone's knocking that in Garlo, but he's doing well as well.
Garlo, yeah, he has done well. Here's another one for you. Yes, Suhail, Claude. He says, "Are you Italian, Claude?"
Yeah, when it comes to the World Cup, yeah.
You do.
My parents, my mother, who's no longer here, but my mother and father are from north of Italy, where it really is bad.
It's terrible over there, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah.
Very Italian.
I was born in Holloway Road, so there's your answer.
All right, let's get another for you. Mohammed Hamid Ahmed says, question for you, Claude. Kenny Sanson or Stuart Pearce?
Kenny Sanson all day long. I tell you what, he's in my all-time Arsenal 11, which I done the other day. Kenny Sanson is
what ahead of Ashley Cole.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Even though Ashley Cole was a bit of a snake.
That man could tackle without getting his shorts dirty. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant.
He was a brilliant player. He was
defending, going forward. Brilliant. Absolutely outstanding. Great player.
Levi says Claude bought all the pasta in Tesco. Mamma mia.
Yeah, you're joking.
Here's another one. Oh no, sorry. That was they were asking about a kit. This one here from Sutak. He says Rocky Rocastle, of course, or Thierry Henry.
I love Rocky. I love Rocky.
I'm a big Rocky fan.
I love Rocky. He had everything for me. He had everything. Terrific.
Yeah, he was.
You know what? If you're playing today, mate, be worth a lot of money, mate. A lot of money if he was playing today, mate.
Yeah, imagine if he was playing today. You know,
it's funny. It's coming up to his anniversary, isn't it? Of his 1st of March.
Yeah.
So, thoughts with it. Lovely guy. Sancho.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Making agreement says Sancho or Mbappe.
Mbappe for me.
Mbappe by a country mile. Thoughts on this one here is Ibrahim. He says Adrahim. He says thoughts on Thomas Partey.
You know what? I don't know much about him. Do you know much about him, Rob?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's the other day against Liverpool, he was brilliant for Atletico. Yeah, but it's not just that one game. He has been a superb player, and what I like about him is that he's mobile. You know, I mean, he's very mobile in that midfield, and I think he's a top class player.
Are you judging him on the one game, though, Rob? Because we can get carried away.
No, I've seen him play a lot. He's a very, very good player. Even last season, you know, he's a top player, and I think he'd be very suited to the Premier League as well. I could see him really doing good things there. So yeah, I would be all for him. But again, the money, you know, he won't be cheap. He'll be a lot of money, and I just don't see a lot of clubs at the moment, you know, forking out that sort of money. Here's another one, Claude. This one is Akash. He says, Robbie, thoughts on Grealish for Ozil? What about that?
I'm not 100% on Grealish. I prefer Maddison, to be honest with you. But
I like Grealish.
Something tells me when he's one of these players, he'll go to a bigger club and he'll struggle. I don't know. It's just one of them things.
Grealish? Nah.
I've seen it before, mate. I've seen it all before, mate. I've seen it all before.
No, I like Grealish, man. Grealish, to me, you know what I like about him? He picks up the ball and he drives with the ball. And, you know, that's why I think he has the edge over Maddison. You'd rather Maddison?
Yeah, I prefer Maddison if we're going to buy anyone.
All right. Nicholas agreeing with you, saying he's saying Maddison all day. Nicholas Cadu.
Harry Wilson
says thoughts on Harry Wilson for Ozil. It'll be a cheaper option than Grealish. Not Harry Wilson. No. Done okay, but he's not that. So no. How about we bring back Rambo? Says Janair.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I'd have him back.
Well, he'll play 4 games, then get injured, and then play another 4 games, get injured again. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
I'd have him back, man. Yeah, I'd have him back.
And that's how good he is. Look at it. What did he do? They already can't want to get rid of him. They already want to get rid of him. So
yeah, no, but he's done all right. He's done all right.
No. I'm not one of I don't want cast off. Sorry. No.
Stephen Featley with a super chat says, "Thanks, Robbie, for sharing my video earlier on Twitter." No problem, Steve. Steve has been, you know, he done a video where he's sort of saying to people, make sure you stay at home. He suffers from liver disease really badly.
Terrible. I saw that.
Yeah. Big Arsenal fan. Gets to games when he can, and he was sort of basically saying that he's in fear at the moment because if he was to contract the coronavirus, somebody like him, he'd be in big trouble.
I think he's the guy that come on my. I think he's the. What's his name again? Is that the one that is that the guy?
Stephen Featley.
He come on my channel talking about it the other day. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. It's just
watching well.
Yeah. Let's get a couple more, Claude, because I know you're busy. And when's your stream on? You got your stream on tonight?
Busy? You must be joking. All I've got tonight is what is it? Wednesday night? It's Corey night.
You're not doing a stream tonight?
Hey?
You doing a stream tonight?
No. I'm in the middle of doing things with my channel at the moment. I can't say too much, but we're changing things around on my channel. So
okay.
It's gonna be good.
When that's back up and you're back up and doing stuff.
Yeah? Actually, I might actually push out stream. It's last minute. I might actually push one out tonight as well.
What else are you doing? You're not doing nothing else, are you?
Exactly, yeah, I know.
Let's get this one here. This is Alpha Kenny. He says, Robbie, if Arsenal aren't in the Champions League, would you rather the Europa League or nothing? And that's for you as well, Claude. Me, personally.
Oh, not again. No.
Do you know what? I would have said nothing, but after what's gone on with this coronavirus and that, I would take the Europa League now next season. I would. Rather than nothing, I would take European football.
Competition's dead until the quarterfinals.
No, but you know what, Claude, it's made me more appreciate it now. I would kill to be in the Europa League right now because of what's happened with this coronavirus. Before that, I would have said no, I wouldn't. Next season, I'd rather not be in it. But now I'm just so desperate for so much football that I would actually take it. I don't know about you.
That's another worrying thing, travelling around Europe with all this carry-on. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, with that next year, travelling around Europe, it's going to be a nightmare.
It all depends what happens, obviously. You know,
my mate's gone to Thailand. He can't get back.
He's gone to where?
Thailand. He can't get back at the moment.
Well, it's not a bad place to be stranded in. So let's have it right. You know what I mean? Darius here. We're going to do 2 more. Darius here says Ndidi is the spirit behind Leicester City. He's just great. Would you have Ndidi at Arsenal?
Oh, perfect player for Arsenal. That's the sort of player we need. That is that's one player we definitely need next season. I'd love Ndidi, but I don't know whether I don't know what. See, it's not always. See, how can I put it? It's not always these spectacular signings. You know, everyone goes mad about. I mean, they didn't pay that much for him, did they? It's not always these big signings. It's sometimes it's players like Ndidi and Henderson that make your team, you know, function properly. You know, it's not all about superstars and getting big superstars in, mate.
Yeah, that's true. And let's go. We're going to go with this one for the last one. This one's coming from Jess Freer. He says, will season ticket prices stay the same for next season? That's an interesting one.
They can't be going up. Not with the shit I'm watching at the moment. They can't be going up, mate.
Well, because, you know, it's, you know, obviously with this coronavirus thing, money's going to be really short, Claude. You know, they're going to have to do something on these season ticket prices.
No one will be able to go, mate, if they put the prices up. So I think, if anything, they'll be going down in price. They won't be going up, that's for sure. Because who's going to pay? Who's going to pay for?
True that. That's true.
Especially, there's going to be a lot of people now struggling work-wise now at the moment. Mind you, did you see the other day all these people on the tube? I thought there's a lockdown going on. What's all these people on the tube?
I couldn't believe all those people on the tube. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm staying far from.
They're all up against each other in the tube, and then you've got those stupid idiots doing videoing themselves licking stuff on the shelves, mate. I'd like to put their heads right through those shelves, mate. I tell you.
Well, as we saw today, even Prince Charles has got it. Anybody can get this. So people who want to be stupid about it. I saw some people in America who they went to a so-called coronavirus party, and 3 of them ended up getting it. So, you know, be careful what you wish for with this thing. This is a serious thing, and we're going to end on that note that, you know, please,
it's very, very serious now, because
follow all the procedures. Don't go out. Wash your hands. Only go out if you've got to go.
Do you know now? I mean, I've always washed my hand, but you know now I'm doing it every half an hour.
I know.
I'm doing it every half an hour. Everything I touch now, I'm doing it now.
And trust me, man. Do you know who is it? Who is it, Claude, that always, before he does anything, and this has been long before the coronavirus, gets into his bag, takes out hand sanitizer.
Exactly.
Who's that?
Ty.
And who's now? Now we're the ones that look stupid. How many times have we had a go at him for that and laughing at him and saying, bloody hell, you and your flipping hand sanitizer. He doesn't leave it. That was long before the coronavirus. And now he's looking at everybody and saying, see, I told you.
No, he does that. On the away trips, he does it on the coach. He does it all. It's on the coach. All this.
He's way ahead of his time, mate. He knew what was coming. Trust me. Well, listen, Claude, I want to thank you very much for coming on today.
No, it's a pleasure, mate. It's a pleasure, mate.
We'll get you back on, mate. Maybe I might try and see if I can get you back on for the weekend show. Yeah, if you're up for that.
And I just want to tell everyone, keep nice and safe. You know, there's more important things to worry about. Let's keep nice and safe at home. No, don't rush out. It's sad that you can't go out a lot, but we have to do it. And if we do it for about 5 or 6 weeks, and everyone does it together, then maybe we can get back to normal again. But if we don't do that, then we won't be getting back to normal.
Well said, Claude, and I think that's the message to leave on. Once again, thank you very much, Claude, for tonight. Thanks for watching us here today on AFTV. Don't forget, we've got loads of content now that we're putting out. We've got some brilliant reloaded interviews where we sort of look back at some of the classic interviews we've had over the years. I do know that there's one coming for Claude, so make sure you look out for that. And we will be back tomorrow with more AFTV News Daily. Thank you very much for watching.